What's up, y'all? Kyle Hamilton here. I want to give a quick shout out to Lucas, Connor, and Ryan in the Week Zero podcast.
Jackson rolling out, 3rd and 7 after the penalty, and it's a completion to Kuma. He's still running. Kuma breaks free against a tire defense as the Hokies deliver the dagger here in Tallahassee. Empty look for Richardson. Oh, that is danger! Oh my! Keidron Smith cuts inside, and he's gonna pick 6 it in the swamp. Cat scratch fever Smith.
DJ is picked off, intercepted again by Benjamin Morrison. Here goes Morrison down the sideline. Can he go? Yes, he can. Touchdown, pick 6, Benjamin Morrison. Nix drops back underneath. Touchdown, Ducks. Wow. Chase Porter.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Gold Standard. I am your host, Ryan Fervell, with my co-host, Sean, at Indy Forever on Twitter, with a very special guest, the newest commitment in the 2025 class for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 4-star running back out of Florida, Justin Thurman. Blanked out for a minute, man. Sorry. Hey, man, how's it been? How's committed life treating you so far?
It's been amazing. It's definitely been a blessing, and with just the opportunity to play and go to school at Notre Dame the next 2 years. It's just been amazing and just been a blessing, and I'm very happy and excited.
For sure. So, obviously, your recruitment seemed like it picked up pretty quick. You were after some, big names were after you. So, obviously, let's start off. What made Notre Dame different than other schools? Why was your choice Notre Dame and not, say, a Florida or, other schools that were after you?
I would say definitely it'd be the culture, academics, the program, and the people. I mean, in terms of the culture, they have the culture, the golden standard, which, I mean, it's a mentality that the coaches and the players have. They hold to each other, and so they can hold each other accountable and just be better. And I believe that, in terms of the academics and the athletics, it was just the best fit for me holistically. They have actually a real estate program that I'm highly interested in because that's what I want to do after football. And then also, too, they talked about the 4 for 40, which is basically the 4 years at Notre Dame can really set yourself up for the next 40 years in life. And that's something that that's really just important, really sticked out to me. And then in terms of the culture, from Coach Freeman all the way down, it's a family environment. It's competitive, but it's a collaborative. There's lots of camaraderie, and it's just an environment that I want to be a part of. And then just the people there are great, very welcoming, just open to just welcoming people and just, showing people around. And I just felt like in a family environment.
Okay, for sure. I know we did an interview last week with Logan Zaldate, and he said the same thing. The family aspect was definitely just different. The educational aspect as well, the 4 for 40. Sean, I know you had a question for Justin as well.
Yeah. I know you probably get asked the same questions all the time, so I know it's kind of repetitive a bit, but I kind of wanted to let you give your own take on something. Just let Irish Nation know what they're getting in you as a person, as a player, and whatever they're getting from you.
I would say they're definitely getting a great person overall. Off the field, just a very great person, just great personality, very respectful and kind, open to being just the new opportunities, new challenges, opening to meeting new people too. And then also too on the field, a person that works hard, that's dedicated to the team and just dedicated to working hard to put the team in the best position for success, and just trying to help the team win another national championship.
So, Justin, obviously, I'm sure Marcus Freeman was heavily involved in your recruiting process, as he is with every recruit Notre Dame goes after. But personally for you, which coach on Notre Dame coaching staff made the biggest impact in terms of your recruitment?
I would say I have a great relationship with all the coaches on the coaching staff, but Coach McCullough, the running backs coach, is the coach I have the best relationship with. He's very detailed in just how he coaches as just a running backs coach, and just his philosophy and his mindset of how he coaches and how he goes towards basically working with the running backs. And but he's also too just a great mentor overall. He had lots of conversations with him, not just about football, but just about life too. And he's definitely a family guy, and he's just opening and welcoming, and he's just a great coach and a great guy. And then for Coach Freeman, he's definitely a player's coach. He's always around the players. He's always interacting with them. He's always just checking to see how they're doing, and just he's around them all the time, and he's very engaged. And that's something that I really like about Coach Freeman, and especially with him having 6 kids, he definitely understands how important family is. So he has a big emphasis on family, and just how that can just contribute to success on and off the field.
John, you got anything?
Yeah. Do you have any, whether they're in the NFL, former Notre Dame players, do you have anybody you like to model your game after, or that you compare yourself to a bit?
And that's a great question. I mean, for the NFL specifically, I model my game after Dalvin Cook. He's a great running back. When he was at Minnesota, and just his skill, I believe his skill set's very similar to mine, and that's the reason why I try to model my game after him, and just see how he works, and just see how he plays on the field. And I believe that I can be as great as somebody like him.
To kind of piggyback off of that, I know you mentioned Dylan McCullough was a big, aspect in your recruitment. How much impact does it have seeing what he's done with guys like a Logan Diggs and Audric Estime, incoming guys? He's got Jeremiah Love in the backfield now with Jabron Payne and Jadarian Price and E.S. Williams and Kedron Young coming in for the 2024 class. What impact does seeing what he's done developing these guys, whether that be, they start at Notre Dame or transfer elsewhere, but just the development, what does that mean to you in your recruitment?
I mean, it means a lot. I believe that he has the experience and the skill set and the development skills to put his players in the best position for success, not only at Notre Dame, but possibly at the next level, being the NFL. And I believe that with just his coaching and just hard work and dedication, his players can achieve great things.
For sure. And, we've heard great things about Dylan for sure. Every running back that's came to Notre Dame or is at Notre Dame has raved about him. Have you, kind of piggybacking off of that, have you had any talks with any of the guys currently in the running back room, or just on the Notre Dame roster in general, or guys that were former players or, current commits?
So yes, I actually have a pretty good relationship with Jeremiah Love and Christian Gray, as I actually went to school with Christian Gray my freshman year in high school. I played varsity with him at DeSmet Jesuit, and then with Jeremiah, we trained together with this same trainer in St. Louis. So I got to know him pretty well through that, and they were just also too very helpful in the process of just giving me advice about Notre Dame and just what's great about Notre Dame and what makes it just a great place. And also too, my trainer also trained Kyron too. So I actually met him before. He's a great guy, and he's just a great person overall as well.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've heard great things about Dylan, and I know that I remember seeing something you had went to DSMET. St. Louis seems like they just push out premier product after premier product. But Sean, do you have anything else for Justin?
St. Louis is a pipeline.
It is, man. It's crazy.
Everyone goes there. Even Jordan Johnson, et cetera, all those players. But so Justin, do you, whether you had one growing up, a lot of running backs got their nicknames, right? CMC, King Henry. Do you have one that you had growing up that Irish Nation can refer to you as, or do you have an idea of one you like, or what do you feel on the nickname aspect?
That's a great question. Actually, I've been called the Thurminator since
Terminator.
As it's a long time. As long as I can remember, probably all the way back in like from just elementary school and like kindergarten even. So I just been called a Terminator, and especially with flag football when I was playing in elementary school, that was my nickname that what's my teammates called me, and it just carried on all the way even Tampa Jesuit. So it's great, and I just love the nickname.
Hey, that nickname's gonna stick now. All right.
Yeah,
we're
we're
all
using
gonna
that.
Call you the Terminator. All
Hey.
right.
Yes, sir.
You heard it here first on the Gold Standard, Terminator. It's official. So anyway, Justin, so what role do you see yourself playing in Notre Dame? Like, do you see yourself being kind of like that receiving back, kind of like you mentioned, like Dalvin Cook does a little bit of everything? Where do you see yourself at Notre Dame?
I was see myself as a versatile back, being able to not only run the ball hard, actually been characterized as running like an angry man. But also being a 3-down back, and with my speed and my versatility as being a receiving back and being able to run the ball hard, I believe that I can contribute greatly to Notre Dame's offense. And also too, I played special teams and defense last year. I was actually a returner for special teams, and on defense, I actually played cornerback. So I believe I can use all those skills to help better Notre Dame overall.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching your film, and I seen some plays where you came on kickoff and just absolutely walloped people, and I'm like, this is what I want in a running back, man. I don't, because you get some running backs that are kind of scared of, not like scared, but just don't like physical contact, and I seen that, and I'm like, okay. And he's running back. All right, like this just fits the Notre Dame mold of running back that you want.
Yeah, you can tell he's trying.
He's trying to hurt somebody.
Because I mean, even Kyron Williams was like that. I mean, it was hard to bring him down. Right?
Yes.
So you can definitely see in your film, it's that St. Louis in you, right?
Yeah. Another question I got for you is, Notre Dame fans since your commitment have kind of like. I don't know if you've seen it online, but they kind of like gave you like a combination profile of like what you remind them of in terms of former players. A big one is like a mixture of Chris Tyree with Theo Riddick. I don't know if you've watched too much of those guys, but I mean, what do you think of that? Like that kind of, they're both kind of receiving backs. Theo kind of transitioned from receiver to running back, kind of.
Yes.
Chris, I know you know about Chris Tyree, speedster. Amazing in open field, but what do you think about those?
I believe it's a great comparison, and I mean that's also too just another person to like reflect my game on too. Just studying how they play, looking at their film, and just seeing how I can improve from their experiences and their play.
And then kind of piggybacking off of that, I mean, I don't know, did you grow up a fan of a specific team? And then have you followed Notre Dame football within the last couple of years or at all growing up?
So I really, to be honest with you, for the NFL, I had the Bucks because my dad is actually from kind of around the Tampa Bay area, so he grew up a Bucks fan. But in terms of college teams, I didn't really have a specific like college team. I just watched college football. Just for it, and I have been watching Notre Dame for the past couple of years, especially with Kyron being, a main part of the offense, or the main part of the offense the last couple of years, and I believe that they're pointing the program, or continuing to point the program in the right direction, and I believe that they can achieve great things and consistently.
Sean, you got anything?
Dude, when that EA college football comes out, I'm gonna win you the Heisman, man. Oh my God, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, are you going to South Bend for any games this year? What's the feeling on that?
Yes, I plan to go back to South Bend. I plan on trying to get up to the Ohio State game, especially with the green jersey.
Green,
and also,
yes.
Yeah, the green jersey. And I watched the video, and actually yesterday when the August 1st hit, when basically the recruiting, basically the contacts can happen I actually had a great conversation with Coach Freeman, and we talked about the green jerseys. Actually, we kind of reenacted it, so it was pretty fun. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. But man, we just had a great conversation about Notre Dame and how I'm a great fit. He characterizes me as a Notre Dame guy, and he just believes that I can contribute greatly on and off the field at Notre Dame.
Kind of going off of that point, Marcus Freeman, obviously, this is going into his second year as head coach, formerly the defensive coordinator under former head coach Brian Kelly. As a recruit, I mean, what are your thoughts on what Marcus Freeman is doing and kind of changing the culture and, rebranding Notre Dame, trying to make it kind of like almost Notre Dame cool again for kids now? What are your thoughts on what Notre Dame's doing? I mean, what Marcus Freeman is doing at Notre Dame, not only recruiting wise, but just how he's shifting the culture at Notre Dame?
I think he's doing a great transition with and just being a player's coach, showing that he cares about the players and wants to have great relationships with each of his guys, no matter what they play or what position or how well he knows them or whether they're at the top of the depth chart or the bottom, whoever it is. I believe that he wants to have a relationship with every single player, and he just wants to be around them. He wants them to have fun. He wants them to be kept competitive, also to just feel welcome and feel like it's a family environment. I feel like he's doing a great job at that, and I believe that he's going to continue to do a great job with that, and that's something that I'm looking forward to.
Okay, go ahead, Sean.
No, I was just saying that's great. I mean, as you can tell probably on social media that, everyone's excited for when you step on the field or show up. It's going to be awesome. We're excited.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know personally, I watched your film and I'm like, this dude is going to be a stud. And it's like, I was going to ask you this because, like, obviously you're going into a very talented and deep backfield. Does that motivate you, like, even more seeing guys that, like, are, maybe, like, just as talented, all in one room? Like, how does that feel as a running back?
I mean, that gives me even more motivation than I already have. Like, I believe that iron sharpens iron, and I believe that having multiple just backs in like the room that are competitive is great, not only for just developing and getting better as players, but also to just showing off that we're competitive. And I believe myself being a competitor, and I just like to go at things, just like keep my head down, just grind no matter what. And I like a competitive environment. It makes it football more fun, but also too just makes us better overall.
Off topic, I know you mentioned the 4 for 40 earlier, and you said for school and for real estate as a dream for you after football. Just so we can get, Irish Nation will be able to get to know you here. Why real estate? What made that your dream?
Really, it just, I mean, I can't remember how long I've just been interested in real estate, but it's been a long time, and I just really like to be able to like flip properties and be able to sell them at twice the value that they were before, and also to help those in the community that might not be able to afford housing or real estate, and as much as some other people are more fortunate. It's just kind of like giving back to the community in some type of way, and just helping people just find homes, and just just helping the community out in general.
That's awesome.
So I got two more questions for you, and then we'll let you get out of here. One of them was, what was your recruiting process like? It's always interesting to get into the head of a recruit that's as highly touted as you were. But what was that recruiting process like for you? And then on top of that, who around you helped you the most and had the most, most influential in your recruitment?
So, I mean, my recruitment process was very exciting, and I'm very blessed to have had all the opportunities that I were able to have to play at the next level and attend school at the next level. And really, my family as a whole were kind of the people that helped guided me and gave me advice into what you're looking for in terms of a fit, and what specific things do you need so that you can be successful at the next level on and off the field. And just after just long conversations and reflections and prayer, that I just believed that Notre Dame was the best fit for me holistically, and it could help me put myself in position for success on and off the field.
Yeah, and I know your dad. When I we first started talking, your dad followed me, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. I saw your dad was a former FAMU alum.
Mm-hmm.
How ecstatic was your mom and dad when they found out you were going to Notre Dame?
They were very proud of just all the achievements that I've made in life, and all the great things I'm going to continue to do. And they've always been supportive with their just the love and support from them is just absolutely just it's just I can't have the words to describe how much they've helped through this process and just through life, and just being just great parents, because I know a lot of people don't have that support structure or that love that my parents and just my whole family too. My sister, being in college too, she goes to Kentucky. She just was she even cried when I decided to go to Notre Dame. So it just shows that how much that they care about me, and just they just want the best for me. And I believe that without them, none of this would be possible, and without God, none of this would be possible. If they're watching this, I would like to thank them. I would like to thank them for just everything that they've done, and just say I love you. So
That's great to have that support system. Really quick, Sean, and then I'll really quick, Sean. I'll go this question, and then I'll let you have the floor. Final question for me. But going into your junior year, what is the strength of your game? Like, what would you say is the strongest part of your game, and what is something that you feel like you want to work on the most?
I would say the strength of my game is my speed and versatility, and being able to catch the ball in the backfield, being able to get yards after contact, being a hard runner no matter what. Ball security too as well. I feel like that's a great strength. For me, it's just continuing to fine tune those skills, making sure that I'm always getting better every single day, even if it's just 1%, as they say, even if it's 1%, that's still getting better. But I always strive myself to be the best player I can be. And I believe that with my skill set, I can help my team put itself in the best position for success, and go win that state championship.
All right, Sean.
So Thurminator, it was great talking to you, doing this interview. Just want to let you know, throughout Notre Dame, throughout real estate, whatever you continue to do, your support system, your parents will continue to support and love you. And Irish Nation will continue to support and love you as well. And we're extremely thankful to have you join a great prestigious school and university, and thankful for you doing the interview with us today. So I just wanted to thank you on that.
No problem. Anytime.
And the Terminator is going to stick.
Yeah, the Terminator.
Yeah.
We're going to get shirts made. All right, Justin.
Okay.
We're going to patent it. So no one else can use that except you. All right.
That's your first NIL deal. All right.
That's your first NIL. So there you go.
Sounds great.
But for real, man, I really appreciate you coming on. You're an amazing kid and an amazing athlete. So tell your parents, they raised an amazing child, and I'm definitely really appreciative for you to come on the show. But hey, man, Sean said, kind of piggybacking off that, once you're Irish, you're always Irish in the stadium, or the fans will always have your back no matter what you do throughout life. So just want to let you know that, and I appreciate you coming on.
No
and
problem.
Hey, if you go to the Ohio State game, I'll be there.
Okay.
We got to get a picture, man. We got to get a picture.
For sure.
All right, man. Well, thanks, Justin, and we'll let you go, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Take care, guys.
Yep.
Thank you.
You too, bye.
The Terminator, everyone.
Terminator.
Justin Thurman.
Dude, I'm glad I asked that question because that's sticking.
Dude, that is an amazing nickname.
I
That
know.
is
I didn't even think that.
Hey, we're going to be the first to report on it. Think about that. First things first. Really quick, Sean, before we get out of here, kind of want to do a prospect breakdown. Obviously, I know you're excited about Justin Thurman
Of course.
as well as I am. But really quick, before we get out of here, let's watch some film on Justin Thurman, and you tell me what you think this kid could be at Notre Dame. But what were your initial thoughts when you found out Justin Thurman was going to be Notre Dame?
I thought he was a great compliment to the backs we have in the 24 class, right? So Williams and Young, he's a different back than those two. I see the Tyree a bit, but I like the Dalvin Cook comparison because he's not just a fast through the whole back. He's very elusive as well. Like you said, with Kyron, very hard nose hitting running back. So I definitely will say, I like his comparison with Dalvin Cook, and I'm going to roll with that. And we're getting this running back class, so the running backs in our room are just amazing, and he's continuing the trend that we've had in recent years of great running backs.
Let me ask you this: has Notre Dame recruited the position of running back this well? Like, when's the last time you think Notre Dame's recruited this well at running back?
Never.
I mean, you think about it. Like we mentioned the names earlier, but you add Justin Thurman to an already 8 deep running back room. I mean, this is. I mean,
let's be realistic. A lot of these guys will be.
They'll probably
gone,
transfer
or be graduated. Will enter the draft and gone. The room's going to be wide open for him by then. So. At least to make great plays, and I can see him starting on special teams right away.
The way this guy hits,
returner, and then coming in as a great third down back early in his career, get some of those reps in, come in and
Josh.
don't say that, all right? No, come in and just be a great complementary back and end up gradually becoming, the main back. I think he'll be the main back at Notre Dame in a few years. So,
yeah, I mean, I personally love his style. I was talking, personally, what do you think about the comparison of a Theo Riddick mixed with a Chris Tyree? Do you like that comparison? You don't like it?
I don't. Like, those guys are just, they transition from receiver to running back to receiver, and they're just really fast.
Yeah.
Right? They're just fast. He's going to be fast. He's going to be a great third down back, but he's not. Dalvin Cook's a good comparison. The other ones were very elusive, like he is, but he's more like getting your nose in, getting dirty, hitting. Right? He's not afraid of contact. That's where they differ. So I like the Dalvin Cook comparison.
Well, let me ask you this.
I couldn't think of a comparison for college, so I think for NFL, Dalvin Cook's a great comparison. And, you could also say Miles Sanders a little bit.
Yeah. So, what do you think about like a Josh Adams type of comparison? Because not really the body style, but the strength and like the hard hitting aspect, and he's elusive and quick. That's where go ahead.
Again, different running backs. Like he was just hard hitting. Like he didn't have the speed he has. He's just different. He seems to have it all, right? Compared to one of those backs like Audrick's hard hitting, right? While Theo Riddick was just very elusive and fast. Chris Tyree's fast. Not saying those guys can't do more. Obviously they can. They're great athletes. But he seems to have some of all. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Like a little bit of all.
He might not be as hard hitting as Audrick. He might not be as fast as Tyree. But he has some of all of those traits. And that's important in a running back. And that's what made people like Dalvin Cook, et cetera, so successful. Right?
Yeah, and I didn't like me personally, I didn't like the Theo Riddick and Chris Tyree comparison either, because my thing with Chris Tyree is, he's fast, which is why he's playing receiver now, but he wasn't a very physical back. He wasn't very physical from the point of attack. He got swallowed up at the line a lot because he was, dancing around, waiting for a hole to open up, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't see that with Justin.
Yep.
I see Justin, he finds his hole, he shoots the gap, gets off, runs. Reminds me so much of, you know what? Maybe even like a little bigger Kyron Williams. Like, because he's a little taller.
Yeah,
mean,
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that, but I didn't want to take like St. Louis, like him being
Yeah.
trained by the same person. But I do like the Kyron Williams comparison the most. But he's more Kyron Williams is tough. It is. It's
Yeah.
tough to compare him. He's like probably one of the hardest prospects I've had to compare to somebody.
Yeah.
They got it. They
It's
got
so
a good
unique.
one. Yeah, they got a good one.
But anyway, Sean, is there anything else you wanted to add?
I think we had a great episode with the Thurminator.
The Thurminator, you heard it here first, everybody. Irish Nation, Justin, the Thurminator, Thurman. Pleasure, having an interview with him. Again, Justin, if you're still watching, thank you for coming on, man. Appreciate it. We will be back next week. Or actually, might be back this weekend, depending on what Sean's schedule is, because I have an interview with Davion Dixon, another 2025, commit for Notre Dame. But anyways, everyone, this has been the Gold Standard. I am your host, Ryan Fabell, with my co-host, Sean, at Indy Forever on Twitter. Go follow us on the Twitter. As always, go Irish.
Go Irish.